A morning without coffee. It was a quiet morning. The sun was rising slowly, and the birds were singing outside the window. Tom opened his eyes and looked at the clock. It was 7 a.m. He smiled and said, "Good morning, world." Tom liked mornings. He always started his day with a warm shower, a good breakfast, and, of course, a hot cup of coffee. He loved the smell of coffee. It made him feel alive. So he got out of bed, stretched his arms, and walked to the kitchen. He was still half asleep, but he was happy. He opened the cupboard to take the coffee jar. Then he froze. The jar was empty. No, 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 Tom said. He looked again, hoping there was a little coffee left at the bottom. He even turned the jar upside down. Nothing came out. He opened every cupboard in the kitchen. He looked behind the sugar, behind the flour, behind the tea bags. Still nothing. Tom put his hands on his head. Oh no, no coffee today. What I'm going to do? He walked to the fridge. There was some milk, butter, eggs, and a few pieces of bread, but no coffee. He sighed deeply. It felt like the end of the world. Tom decided to make toast instead. He put two slices of bread in the toaster and waited. The smell of toast filled the air, but it was not the same as coffee. He missed the strong aroma, the, the steam, the first sip that woke him up every day. The toast jumped up. Tom put some butter on it and sat down. He took a bite. It's okay, he said quietly, but it's not coffee. He looked at his mug, empty. He felt sad. He looked out the window. The sky was beautiful, but something was missing. Tom thought about going to the store, but it was Sunday, and the small store near his house opened only at 9 a.m. He looked at the clock again. 7:45. Oh, great, he said. I have to wait more than an hour. He tried to read a book, but his eyes felt heavy. He tried to listen to music, but he couldn't focus. He even tried to drink some milk, but it wasn't the same. Then he had an idea. What if I make tea? He didn't usually drink tea, but it was better than nothing. He found a box of green tea in the back of a drawer. He boiled some water and made a cup. He took a small sip. It's not bad, he said. He smiled a little. It wasn't coffee, but it was warm. He sat near the window with his cup of tea. The sunlight touched his face. He felt calm. Time passed, and finally it was 9:05. Tom jumped up, put on his shoes, and ran to the store. He was so excited that he almost forgot his wallet. When he arrived, the shopkeeper smiled. Good morning, Tom. You look in a hurry today. Tom laughed. You have no idea. I ran out of coffee. The shopkeeper laughed too. Oh, that's serious. Here, take your favorite one. He handed him a bag of ground coffee. Tom held it close like a treasure. Thank you, you saved my morning. When he got home, he immediately made a fresh pot. The smell filled the kitchen. He poured himself a big mug and took the first sip slowly. Ah, he said, smiling. Now this is life. He looked out the window again. The same birds were singing. The same sun was shining. But everything felt better now. He laughed at himself. It's funny, he thought. One small thing can change my whole morning. He finished his coffee, washed the cup, and felt ready for the day. Moral of the story. Sometimes we only notice how important small things are when they are gone. Even something as simple as a morning cup of coffee. Thank you for listening to this short story. I hope you are fine and see you in the next episode. And if you like coffee, enjoy it with this story. It will be good for you. Thank you and bye.